So let's take a look now at the concept of being independent versus being a team player. And again, I kind of set it up for a little bit by introducing that ahead of time. But Sarah, when you do something, how do you prefer to work?
I prefer to work by myself because I don't trust that other people are going to do their task or do what they're supposed to do, or they're not going to do it the way I like it. And I'd rather just do it all myself so that I know it gets done the way I want it than to, dole it out. And like in school, I always hated group projects. Hated it. Because I just, someone's not going to do it right or someone's not going to show up, and I'd just be like, just let me do it, I'll just do it. So, yeah.
I was sharing with our student here the same sentiment in school that I wish that I could do everything by myself, and it came to the point where I had to do group projects and I cringed, but doing it made me feel better about working with people. So if you just as an aside, getting into that group mentality can really help every now and then. You don't have to live there or anything, but so I'm sensing a strongly independent person.
Yep.
No question about that. Okay, so rather than talking about how she can get everyone on board, helping her stop smoking and have a support group and so forth, this is a person who likes to do it all herself. So, Sarah, when you and I work together, I want you to know this is you making this happen. Okay, this is not your friend so-and-so or aunt so-and-so or anything. This is you. So it's going to require a strong effort from you. Are you on board with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So we're dealing with a strong, independent person. Okay. Let's talk about, and I think I already know the answer to this, but let's talk about a person who thinks versus an action-oriented person. Okay, now keep in mind that you can be a little bit of both. You can gather information before you act, but we want to find out which she leans more heavily toward, if one of the two. Okay, and so. And realize you have questions that are designed to elicit all this, but I want you to see beyond the questions how you can just have a normal conversation with someone and get all this stuff. Okay, so Sarah, would you say are you more of a thinker or a doer, or a combination? What are you?
I guess kind of a combination. Think before I do, but I like the word doer suggests like someone who like goes out and gets it done, which I definitely do. Like I'm kind of a go-getter, but I also, I don't do that without really thinking about it first.
Okay.
And making sure, but like once I'm sure, then I'm like, yeah.
Okay, great.
Go at it.
Good. Well, I want you to know I'm going to give you all the information you need to make our time together with you stopping smoking a very powerful time together. But when it comes right down to it, we're just going to go for it.
Cool.
Okay, you see how that works. I've got a person who's both, and I may be thinking, oh, what now? We're supposed to be one or the other. She's both. She's a little bit of both, but I can still work with that. Let's talk about the concept of time. Remember the timeline and all that? Okay, how do you, close your eyes, Sarah, if you would, and I want you to point to the past. Where is the past? Okay, behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Past is behind you, okay. And where is now?
Right here.
Okay, right in front of you. Okay, very good.
Right here.
And where is the future? Okay, good. And you can open your eyes. Okay, so you have in your written material a representation of this version of the timeline as well. Remember, most people will, left is the past, now is here, right is the future. That's okay. There's no normal or abnormal or good or bad here. There's none of that. I like that because I like your way of looking at it.
Makes sense to me.
Yep, because the past is behind you. The past is in back, and that's and that fits in with your practical view of things, and so I like that a lot. So the past is back there. I'm walking away from. I'm walking this way. Is this the way you're walking? You're walking.
Yeah, forward.
You're moving forward. Okay, great. And right now,
right here.
But that's in front of my face. That's what I can, and that's what you can see right now.
Yeah.
But you can also.
It's in right where I'm sitting right now. It's like right here.
Okay.
And the future is out there.
The future. You could see the future too if you kind of looked
in the
around the now or through it. Okay, that is perfect. That is actually, in my opinion, of all the various diagrams you have, that I believe to be the most ideal in terms of. I don't really want to say the healthiest, because it makes the others seem less healthy, because I believe that the left and right one is fine as well. And it makes sense the way we're at least organized in the left. Words go from left to right across a page. So you're leaving here and you're going toward there, and what's now is what you're reading right now. So that's probably where we get that. But this idea of the past is behind me, I really like a lot. And I really think that therapeutically, when working with someone, it's an ideal therapeutic model of the world, because so many people are living in the past. If I can look over there and see it, or the other diagram that you have in your written material is if the past is down here and it goes, right through me. That could be uh, another example of something that's an example of something that's really not very helpful, because they all occupy the space where I am right now. I'm standing in the space, and I've got all of these things, so it kind of puts me in everything at the same time. So it almost distorts it. Not that that's bad either. If your diagram was like that, that's not bad either. But when you're working with someone and trying to help them, isn't it nice if they can look at the past as something that happened already, and they're actually walking away from it? And where are they walking? They're walking toward the future. So at any rate, all value judgments aside, we understand how Sara relates to the past, present, and future. So that when we say close your eyes and move into the past, we can say close your eyes and move and float up and move behind you into the past. Or if we want you to go into the now, float up from that and move into right in front of you, or float up from that and move in front of you to the future and see the future. So we know where all of those things are spatially oriented in her mind, and it makes us better able to work with her. So understanding the dynamics of your patient, having that knowledge, having that insight, is going to be highly beneficial to you as a therapist. And thank you for letting us look inside your subconscious mind and see the way you process the world.